One. So that means we are working with, by the way, the camera is just on me. It's not on anyone else in the class. I apologize if this is in y'all's way. Let's see. Try to get this situated just right. Week 1, chakra 1. So everything we do is focused on grounding. And grounding means that we are feeling more connected. And connected can be interpreted in a lot of different ways. So connection can be interpreted by, okay? We have a guest appearance from a superstar today.
Yeah, I've been showing you how to use a block.
Thank you. So grounding can be interpreted in different ways, and connected can be interpreted in different ways. In yoga, there are 5 energies that are formative to the interpretation of who we think we are on this plane of consciousness. Welcome to my TED Talk. So we can feel more connected to. Hi, are y'all here for yoga? You are here for yoga. You are? Come on in. What's your name?
Brenda.
Hey, Brenda. Welcome in. I just got started with introduction, so get settled, get comfortable. So 5 layers of consciousness, or 5 layers of awareness to get connected to. The first layer is your physical body. So getting connected to the physical form, kind of settling into this fleshy sack of energy that you're going to hurl through the universe in, right? Second is your emotional body, to be able to witness or get connected to different emotions without becoming that emotion. So being able to say, I am noticing joy. I am noticing anger, instead of I am angry. I am happy. So to be able to witness or connect without becoming. Third layer of consciousness, your thoughts and your feelings. So they're kind of in the same bundle, because how we feel interprets how we think. So can you connect to your thoughts without becoming your thoughts? If you have a thought of, I know, isn't it like, it's like a Deepak Chopra moment. How do I connect to my thought without becoming my thought? You can have a thought, right? You can have a thought, this day is crap, let's just end it all. Because you had that thought, does it mean that you are crazy? No. So you don't become your thought, but you connect and witness your thoughts. Then there is the layer of observation. Are you able to watch all that? If you're able to say, I am not my body, I am not my emotions, I am not my thoughts, then what you are not connects you to what you are. And being able to say, I am not, means you are separate. Ultimately, the 5th layer of consciousness, it is the bliss body. Sometimes we refer to it as the soul. Contrary to popular belief, yoga is not a religion, so you don't have to believe you even have a soul to do yoga. That's just perfectly fine. The 5th layer of consciousness just says, is it possible that there is an energy that is above me? Is it possible that I am not the center of the universe? Oh, is it possible? Is it possible that I'm not the center of the universe? Let me ponder that. Okay, so when you connect to each one of those and become aware of each one of those, we're able to be more centered, more grounded. And this is chakra 1. So let's get started. All right, let's take the block in between the knees and the thighs.
I went to the wrong class.
Come in, girlfriend. You're like, I'm in the wrong class. It's not.
Yeah, as soon as the instructor showed up, I'm like, you're not Skila.
This is Kathy. Come on in. I'm gonna set you up over here.
So sorry.
It's all right. Let's see. I'm okay with being scoochie right. It's kind of here between y'all. Here you go. Okay. All right. Take the yoga block between your knees and thighs. Y'all give her the orientation over there on the side, sidebar, okay? For those of you who are newer to the class, if you've never done yoga before, every class is meant to meet you where your body is. So grounding is step one in our yoga journey. From where you are with the block between the knees and the thighs, take a moment to look down at your feet, spread the toes out as much as possible so that you're able to cover as much of your mat as possible with the feet. Let's shift forward and back just a little bit, feeling for the mat under our feet. You could even close your eyes and feel for that shift forward, feel for that shift back, and then feel for that place somewhere between a center of gravity forward or a center of gravity back. Feel for that space where the body feels centered. Let go of any notion of ever being balanced. Beware the attachment to balance. Roll your shoulders down and back. And now press into the inner and outer blades of the feet. And as we roll to the inner and outer blades of the feet, again, noticing when we feel pulled in versus when we press out, and then noticing a place where we feel centered. From here, with the shoulders down and back, let's bring one hand onto the belly and the other hand onto the center of the chest. Breathe in through the nose as much as possible. Push the breath down into your stomach. Build the breath up to your heart. And as you exhale, purse the lips. Relax the heart. Pull in your side ribs and pull your stomach muscles in tight. Inhale, press the stomach out. Pull up through the ribs. Lift the heart, chest expansion. Exhale, drop your chest. Soften the side waist and pull in the stomach. Let's keep this rhythm, breathing in through the belly, up to the heart. Pause, exhale, purse the lips, relax your chest, then relax the stomach. This is called a 3-part breath. Inhaling 1, 2, 3 at the chest, lift. Exhale, relax your heart, 3, 2, belly in, and 1. Keep that breath. Inhaling 1, 2, 3. Exhaling 3, 2, 1. Now notice if you want to pause either after the inhale or after the exhale. This can affect different energies in the body, which can affect your brain rhythms. As you inhale, breathing in, fully filling the stomach, round out the body, lift the heart, and notice, does your body want to hold the breath? You can hold it as long as you want. I know there are some disclaimers that say never hold your breath, but this is a technique in yoga known as kumbhaka. It means to suspend the energy. When you're ready, exhale, relax the heart, pull in your ribs, pull in your stomach. Notice, does the body want to pause? This is a different type of kumbhaka. Let's practice this maybe 5 to 7 more breaths and begin to refine it. Curate the breath in such a way that it's fitting your personal needs, your body. And in those moments where you think, I don't know what I need right now, just pause and notice, what is the body expressing to you? What is the body saying? It's okay to inhale and hold your breath for a little while. Sometimes this can create a deep sense of ease and peace. It's okay to exhale and to empty the body of the breath. Embrace some stillness. Every time you exhale and embrace that empty feeling, that's expressing the ability to let go, making space to receive. Let's do a couple more. Noticing with the fullness of the breath, how much do we really need? The bigger breath is not always the better breath. Exhale. Now, keeping with that breath, keeping with the 3 rhythms, but taking it into only the belly. So it can still be 3 counts, but only in one part. For bodies that tend to be anxious, notice I didn't say your mind, or I didn't say you tend to be anxious. For bodies that tend to have anxious energy, the breath usually wants to rise to your chest. Let it be. Let it rise to your chest. Otherwise, encourage it to stay low. Inhale, push the stomach out. This is no time for vanity. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, stomach out. Squeeze the block. Push down into your feet, lengthen through the crown of the head. Exhale. Relax the thighs. Inhale. Pause, lengthen, squeeze, exhale. One more. Relax the thighs. Inhale. Pause, lengthen through the crown of the head. Squeeze, exhale. Now relax the hands. Take the block from the thighs to the top of the mat, keeping the block centered at the top of the mat in the most upright position. Let's step closer to that block. Rolling the shoulders down and back. Inhale, sweep the arms up and overhead. Big breath in. Exhale, take the arms back and around. It's a big swimming backstroke movement. Inhale, take it up. Big breath in. And then exhale, take it back and around. We're keeping this rhythm. One breath, one movement. Repetition is key. Repetition, so we're able to create muscle memory. Inhale up. Now notice with the repetition, moving nice and slow, notice if any part of your shoulders, your neck, your back, is it feeling pain? Is it feeling a stretch? You could always work on decreasing that tension by bending your elbows, or do the movement with your elbows only and not a straight arm. Option to close the eyes. Vision is amazing, right? It's such a blessing to be able to see, but it can be distracting. Sometimes what we see distracts us from feeling. Let's do a couple more big circles, noticing any parts of the shoulders, the neck, the back that could be tender. At least one or two more big circles. When you feel that you've warmed up the shoulders enough, bring the hands to the heart, pressing the palms together into the center of the chest. This gesture is commonly referred to as prayer hands. However, in yoga, it's also known as Anjali Mudra, to revere the physical form, connecting to the physical body. Let's soften our knees. Inhale, take the arms up again. Exhale, bring the arms out to the side. Push your hips back and put the hands onto the thighs, keeping the back flat. Exhale, bend the elbows a little more. Looking down at the yoga block at the top of the mat, we may want to stay here, or we can reach down towards that yoga block, supporting the spine. Let's all shake the head yes, and turn the head left and right. Maybe even exhale and stick your tongue out like you're saying, ah, ah, ah. Big exhale. If you like, walk the hands closer towards the floor, or maybe put them on your shins. Hang the head loose like a rag doll. So if you're looking up at me, chances are that's creating unnecessary tension in your neck over time that could lead to herniation or pinching of nerves and discs. So be sure the head is nice and loose. If you ever see me looking forward, it's because I'm trying to project my voice. It's not necessarily to demonstrate proper form. Exhale, shake the head yes, and turn the head left and right. Let's all walk our hands up to our shins, straightening the arms, and then bring the hands up to the thighs. Take the arms out with the palms down, then flip it. Inhale, bring it up. This is called extended mountain. Inhale, reach, look up towards the sky, big breath. Exhale, bring the hands down to your side. Inhale, arms come up again, extended mountain. From here, look down. Imagine if there was an egg on your head, you want the egg to roll down. Imagine it's a confetti egg. Make it festive, because Easter is Sunday. All right, relax the chin, shift forward. We're adding in that shift, forward and back. Y'all know what? Shifts happen. Crack myself up. Deepak Chopra would be so proud. All right, shift forward. Little lift of the heels. It's just enough to swipe a credit card under the feet. We're working with the practice of Brahmacharya. In yoga, that means moderation in all things. What could I use more of? What could I use less of? As I lift the heels less, I empower the stretch more in the chest. Little lift of the heels, big breath in the chest. Reach up. Stretch through your ribs. Drop the heels. Exhale, hands come down to the thighs again. Push the hips back and bend the elbows. Standing cow. Inhale, press into your legs, pushing your hips back and lifting the heart. It's called a standing cow, but it looks more like a chicken. Right? It does. Inhale, exhale, drop the chin to the chest, tuck your tailbone under. So it's like when a dog tucks its tail underneath its legs. You're going to tuck the tailbone under, round the spine, chin to chest, standing cat. We're stretching out the kidneys. When you're ready, bend the knees, flip the hips back, straighten the arms, standing cow. Inhale into the center chest, press your shoulders towards your hips, and it's gonna squeeze your kidneys to get out all that gunk. On the next exhale, tailbone under, rounding the spine, chin to chest. Let's do this one more time. Inhale, standing cow. Exhale, standing cat. Inhale, come to neutral. Hold it here. Reverse swan dive. Arms back, lift up, and reach. Hold it here. Let's keep the knees soft and see that the feet are more narrow than your hips. So hips width in yoga is not meant to reference the flesh of the body. It's the pelvis bone where the bones hook up. With the knees soft, slide your right leg back. Straighten the right leg, keeping the left knee bent. We're in warrior one position, right, y'all? Who remembers this pose? Warrior one. I know everybody remembers, right? Big inhale, reach. From here, let's take your left hand forward, like you're gonna shake hands, and then bring it back. Turn just a little bit to the left. Inhale, reach the arm all the way up, holding on to 1,000 helium balloons. Big breath. Exhale, pat yourself on the back. Let's take our right hand forward, take it back. Thumb is up like we're shaking hands, then turn the thumb down. Hinge at the elbow, knuckles to the low back. We are in cow's face arms. I know, isn't it weird? Where's the cow's face, right? I heard that these are supposed to be the eyeballs. So it's like the cow's like, okay. But anyways, push back into your right foot, lift the left armpit so that you feel the breath moving from your lower right lung up to your arm. If you're noticing that this movement with your arm creates any pain at all, we could always take the top arm and rest the hand on the shoulder or put the hand on the hip. The essence in the pose is embodied by the breath, not the physical expression. As you breathe in, pull up through the left side of your chest and relax. Big breath and relax. The power is in the inhale, passive on the exhale. One more. Inhale, exhale. Big inhale. Reach up and then bring it back and around. Both hands behind the body. Doesn't matter where the hands are as long as we're able to keep the chest open. If this creates uncomfortable feelings for your shoulders, also known as pain, if you're feeling uncomfortable, Then bring your hands to your hips instead, or put them on your stomach. From here, let's straighten the left leg. Check in with the knees, make sure they're soft. In the spirit of the season, whether you practice Christianity or not, it's a season of renewal. It's spring. It's a time for change, right? It's a time for new beginnings. When your knees lock out, it means you're stuck. You want to stay in your old pattern. You want to stay in your old ways. By the way, women are more prone to hyperextension and being stuck than men. Don't think I'm on your side, okay? All right,
I'm sure I'm not.
I know. So soften the knees and perhaps affirm, I am open. The thought pattern is, I am open. And then you think to yourself, what might I be open to? What might the body be open to? What might my mind be open to? I could be open to a new way of being, a new way of living, a new way of seeing things. I could be open to eating more vegetables, drinking more water, right? Taking my supplements regularly. Anyone? Okay, inhale into your heart, big breath. And then exhale. 2 more, big inhale. When you exhale, push from your chest. 1 more, inhale. Drop your chest contracted. And 1 more, big inhale. Bigger exhale. Let's take the hands up, big inhale. We're no longer in warrior 1. Both legs are straight. We're moving into pyramid. Soften the knees. Exhale, come down. And we can fold the hands out to the side or put them on the hips for stability. Another option is to put the hands on the left thigh, or take your hands down and reach for your yoga block. Now, as we begin to reach for that block, noticing if the body had any hesitancy, notice if there's any fear in the body, take a moment, breathe in, notice if your body still wants to be close to that block, or if you'd rather put your hands on your upper thigh. Listen to the body. If you know, intuition whispers. If there's a little whisper going, get off the block. If there's a little whisper saying, get up, listen to it. We want to listen to the whisper before the body starts to scream at you. Exhale from the throat. Shake the head, yes. Turn it left and right. Let's walk the hands up to the shin, and all of us come up to the thigh, keeping the spine long and neutral. Let's all bend the left knee for a moment and remember cow pose. Push the hips back and lift through the heart, establishing neutral spine again. Let's prep this pose. Let's refine it a little more to reduce a risk of injury. If you want, you can keep your right toe turned a little bit out to the side. If your right foot is turned out, please do not over twist. It can really hurt your sciatic nerve. If you want to twist a little more, you could always try lifting the right heel. Take the heel back so that the outer edge of the foot is lined up with the edge of your mat. Then push your right foot down. Both toes are forward. Yeah, I'm glad you're giggling.
Easy to do.
That is a good spirit. That's a good spirit, yeah. I didn't see your jaw go, so that's good. It's good, because you all know a lot of us are jaw clenchers in here. All right, so from here, right hand onto the left leg, left hand onto the left hip. Terry, you're smiling because I'm struggling with left and right now. Try to straighten your left leg. Both legs are straight. Now feel like your right hip is pushing in towards your left thigh. Right hip towards the left thigh. Your other hip. Take your right hip. This is your right hip. Show me your right hip. Okay. Now take your hip and go forward towards me. There you go. There you go. Now from here, roll the left shoulder back. You do not have to look over your shoulder. I promise you, if you look to the left right now, you might lose your balance. Some of you won't, some of you will. Option 2, extend the left arm back like you're going to shake hands. Option to slide the right arm down to your outside knee, no pressure on the kneecap, or look down at your yoga block and put the hand on the block. I don't know why it seems like such a farther reach now. Breathe into your upper left lung, big inhale, and reach at the top of the breath. Imagine you're holding on to, y'all know, 1,000 helium balloons. Inhale, feel the energy pulling you up towards the sky. If you want, turn your head to the left, maybe turn it up to where the wall meets the ceiling. Maybe shift only the eyeballs up to your left hand and then turn the head. So shift the eyes first, then let the body follow. This is called revolved triangle position. It's meant to be a very cleansing posture. Big inhale, bigger exhale. When you're ready, lower the left hand to your hip, your waist, bend the left knee. Return the shoulders to neutral, nice and slow. Pull your right hip up. It's a big twist, y'all. Both hands down to the block or thigh and step forward, standing forward fold. When you're ready, hands come to the thighs, flat back, arms extending back, palms down. Inhale, reverse swan dive, flip the palms and stand. We made it. Exhale, bring it down. Yay. Yay, kick it off, kick it off. Okay, if it felt kind of intense on the hip or the low back, that's very common. If you felt cramping in your feet, very common. You could really feel it anywhere in your body with that one. Let's go to the top of that sequence on the other side. For those of you that are newer to class, my disclaimer is it can feel very different from left to right, very different. Why? Well, you have your liver over here, a bunch of intestines over here. One lung is bigger than the other. If you haven't had a bowel movement today, you might have obstructions in there too, so move slow. All right, feet are in, more narrow than the hips. Knees are soft. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Looking up, shifting forward and back a few times. Maybe lift the heels. Just enough to swipe a credit card, right? When you're ready, inhale into the chest, reach a little more. And now exhale, drop your heels, hands come out to the side, hands to the thighs. Inhale, standing cow, hips push back, heart comes high. Exhale, standing cat. Tuck the tailbone and round the spine. 2 more. Inhale, cow. Option to close the eyes. There's more to feel than there is to see. Exhale, round. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cow. Inhale, neutral spine. Arms extend behind us, airplane position, low back strengthener. Reverse swan dive, come up and reach. Knees are soft. We're sliding the left foot back this time. I'm taking a very conservative stride because I know where the sequence is going. Because we're eventually going into a twist, I want to make sure that I don't step back too far. From here, our front knee is bent. We're holding warrior 1 position. Let's find the hatha elements in this, opposing energies. Lunging forward, I can still see my big toe, second toe, third. Make sure you can see all your toes. That's very important. Bring the shoulders directly stacked along your hips. Inhale, breathe into your chest. Your arms can go anywhere they want. This is a very traditional expression in the spirit of yoga, which is we don't fit into a pose fits us. You could always bring your hands to the side. These are called cactus arms. You could bring your hands to Anjali Mudra. You could put them at your waist. Big inhale. And take it back with the right arm. From here, take it down and around, big inhale. Option to pat yourself on the back. Let's bring our left arm forward. Take it back, shaking hands. Turn the thumb down, hand to the low back. Again, if this movement is painful, just so you know, most people in our culture are really struggling with this amount of movement in the shoulder. So you can always put your arm down. As we press back into that left heel, pull up through your right armpit. Maybe close your eyes. At any time, if you notice that the mind is wandering, close your eyes. You will get out of the head and into the body immediately. Another thing about noticing your mind is wandering, congratulate yourself if you even notice your mind wandering. Inhale, big breath. Exhale. Let's bring the right hand to the low back. Again, it doesn't matter the position of the arms because what we're looking to focus on is your breath. Let's straighten the right leg. Check in, make sure the knees are not locked out. Some styles of yoga will tell you to lock out your joints. The style of yoga that we're doing is based on Iyengar, which is safety first. We don't want to lock or put excessive stress on a joint. Inhale into your chest, big breath. Lift the ribs and exhale. Push the air out and contract your chest. Inhale. Exhale, contract. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, arms come up. Little bend in the front knee. Exhale, hands come down to the thigh. Let's all take a look at the left foot. If the foot is turned out, friendly reminder, don't force the twist too much. If you want to realign the foot, lift the left heel. Press the heel towards the long edge of your mat. Push that back left leg down. Left leg straight, right knee bent. Keep the left hand on the right thigh. Bring the right hand to your hip or low back. Inhale, breathe into your upper right lung. It's okay to pause and go, where is my right lung? Where is my right foot? Where's my left foot? I've lost track of a body part now and then. I have, especially in yoga. If you like, try straightening the right leg a little bit. Think about where your left hip is and start to press your left hip towards your right leg. Inhale into your upper right lung, big breath. Option to extend the right arm out like we're shaking hands, or lift it up, holding on to 1,000 helium balloons. Try pushing the breath up under your right armpit. I know it sounds strange, but you can flare your ribs out here. Big inhale and exhale. Pull the rib away from the hip. Inhale. Did you feel it, Sylvia? Yes. I saw it. We're opening the liver. You know why that's important? The liver is known as a fire organ. In body psychology, it holds anger. Your hips, which we're working to twist and unlock, hold unforgiveness and grudges. I know, it's like drinking poison, wishing the other person would die. Right? Big, big inhale. And exhale. Bring it around. Oh, another one I heard, it's like being bit by a snake, and rather than tending to your own wound, it's sitting there contemplating, why did you bite me? That's what that's about. From here, shift forward, inhale, both arms come up. We're gonna transition differently. Exhale, step forward. Reach up, like you're on a roller coaster. Whee! Exhale, sweep the arms around, palms up only to shoulder height. Bend the elbows and push the hips back. Utkatasana, right? We translate it loosely to chair pose, but the true translation of Utkatasana from Sanskrit to English is fierce, fierce pose. It's meant to be empowering. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, around to chair, Utkatasana. Hold it. Option to lift your heels. We already practiced that little heel lift, balancing chair. If you have any issues in your knees when you lift your heels, you might be able to come down more. Y'all, camping season is coming, get low. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, take it down, swan dive. Relax, shake the head, yes. Turn it left and right. Hands can be resting on the thighs, the shins, the block, anywhere you want. Shake the head again. Make sure that there is little to no tension in your neck, head, and jaw. Stick the tongue out when you exhale. Let's all bend our knees. Inhale, bring the block with you and place it between the knees and thighs. Let's place the hands on the hips or waist. I actually don't like to do this. I prefer a little bit more like this. So the palm and the fingers stay together and it doesn't give you like too much stretch right here, which can cramp your wrist. Soften through the palm, soften through the knees. Here are some tips for balancing the physical body. Number one, lower the chin enough so that an egg can roll off your head and let the gaze rest past your cheeks to a point that converges past the tip of the nose to the floor. In yoga, this is called drishti. This is your anchoring or your connected point, your grounding point. From here, notice if your gaze has a lot of tension in it. It is possible to look with more tension in the face. So soften around your eyes and the bridge of the nose, over the eyebrows as well. Soften the knees. Let the weight shift left and right a few times, just a small sway. We're moving into a bit of physical pendulation. Feel for that point where the energy is grounded in your left foot. Start to lift the right toes so that maybe only the heel of the right foot is touching the floor. From here, we can begin to slide that right heel back and maybe hover it over the floor, coming into an expression much like a flamingo. Continue to squeeze into that block. At any time, we could always take some of that angle out of the foot. You could tap your toe to the ground behind the body, grounding the energy. What I've witnessed a lot through the years is people are capable of doing this. Our physical bodies have every necessary pattern, strength, flexibility, every marker to do this. What usually gets in the way is the mind. It's the fear of falling, which is a legitimate fear, right? It's a legitimate fear. Relax your jaw. The sheer act of wanting to balance can create tension. It's like, I don't want to fall. I don't want to fall. I want to balance. I want to balance. That can create tension. What happens if we just lighten up with the breath, inhale, and let yourself be a little more buoyant? So you're still grounded, but you have the ability to float. There's your balance. When we're ready, let's lower that foot to the floor and let the body shift again. If you notice any cramping in the foot, it's very common. There are a lot of muscles in the feet, right, that are working in that. Right, let's spread out the toes. Soften through the knees. Hands can go anywhere where you feel centered. Some people's bodies feel more balanced when they act like a tightrope walker with a stick. So you don't have to put your hands on your hips. Let's shift a little bit left and right. Then keep your weight in the right foot and lift your left toe. Having the heel on the ground, knees are soft. Remember cow pose, push your hips back a little bit, unlock your hips. At your leisure, looking down, drishti, anchored energy, float the foot up. You're still connected. Anytime I teach classes like this that revolve around being connected and anchoring energy, I do think about like boats throwing out an anchor, right? Think about like a vessel on top of the water, and it's like, I kind of want to stay in this one place, but I don't want to stay right here. I'm anchored, and yet I'm able to float within a reasonable space. I'm able to have a little freedom, but I'm anchored. I'm not going to go too far. Energetically, we are wanting to embody that same energy. You're anchored through your right foot. You're anchored through the gaze. That's the anchor. Breathe into the chest. Big inhale, bigger exhale. Big inhale, bigger exhale. Maybe just one or two more breaths. We're working towards a 1 minute hold, towards 1 minute of standing on one leg. Why? Because this is part of evaluations that are used to test your independent living status. ADLs, activities for daily living. Why is that important? I just think if I ever go to assisted living, I hope my kids pick a good one. I hope they pick a good one for me. Anybody? Stay in that one-legged hold. One more. Inhale and exhale. Good. Let's take the block, put it down on the floor, and kick it off. Woo! Thanks. Take it off. Let's inhale the arms up and overhead. Exhale, swan dive. Hands come down towards the block. There are all sorts of ways to come down to the floor. Every week, we look at different patterns of movement coming up and down to the floor. Here's pattern number 1. From where you are, take your feet out wider than your yoga block and bend the knees. If you want, turn your toes out just a tiny bit. Think about what leg is going to slide back. I'm shifting my weight into my right leg so I can slide my left leg back. I'm bending both knees, lowering down towards the floor, coming into a supported kneeling lunge position. I'm taking my front leg, whatever your front leg is, walk it out to the side, maybe even off of your yoga mat, so you get a nice wide open foundation. Let your knee fold in, and then take it to the mat next to your other leg. That's just one way to get down. Let's bring our hands to the floor, take your feet to one side, and walk the hips back. Let's extend the legs out in front of us and scoot towards the front of the mat, where we can grab that yoga block and place it between the knees and thighs. We're gonna do both. For the newer people, they may not know why the other people are laughing, but lift the toes, squeeze the block. Let's take our hands and slide them back, thumbs past the hips, so that we have the hands flat on the floor. Sometimes this can be painful to the wrist. You can always come down onto your elbows if you feel like that's better. It won't be easier. Sometimes people think, let's do it because it'll be easier, but it's not. Let's squeeze, toes are lifted, extend your left leg, straighten it as much as possible. Rotate your foot in. Hold it right there. Push through your heel. Oh, that's fancy, Sylvia. You've got a lot of like ambidextrous ankle control. Okay, don't roll your foot in. Press with a flat foot, Sylvia. Take your whole thigh bone and roll it in. Internal rotation of the thigh. When you're ready, slowly take that heel down. Let's shift to the other leg. Extend. So we want the foot looks like it's turning in, but it's the thigh bone that's rotating in. This is tightening up the insertion point of the psoas. It's on the inside of your thigh. It wraps around your hips and it attaches to the middle of your spine. When you're ready, slowly lower down. Act like you're surprised. 1, 2, 3. Nice. Keep that surprised feeling. Big inhale. Now lift both of your heels. 1, 2, 3. Hold it. 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it down. A sigh of relief can be heard through the Zoom call. Let's just not do anymore. Let's take the block to the side. All right, in the spirit of the season, let's move into butterfly, the chrysalis. Season of renewal, season of change. Touch the feet together and open the knees. You can always stay lifted. You do not have to go forward with this pose. If you want to shift and relax the spine, the position in the spine is a lot like butterfly. Let's relax the chin in towards the chest. Think about receiving the breath behind your heart or through the back of your body. So many times we think about the breath moving in the front, the chest expanding and contracting. Instead, breathe with the back of your body. Inhaling, sensing that the shoulder blades open, and then exhale, they soften. Another way to practice this breath is to exhale all the way, and before you inhale, contract your shoulders in. And then exhale, release that contraction. One more. Let's walk the hands in and bring the knees towards each other. Slide the hands behind the body just for a moment and let the knees sway a little bit left and right. Let's notice where we think it would be easier for us to roll to one side. Rolling over to one side with the knees, using our hands for support. We're walking ourselves down to the floor, lying on one side on our mat. We may stay here. We're moving into final relaxation, meditation at the end of class. So you could stay right here lying on your side. Otherwise, you could also try rolling over onto your back from side lying. We do have the yoga block just beside us. It can be used like a pillow. Sometimes propping the head is all it takes to alleviate pain and tension in your low back. It's pretty amazing. If you want, go ahead and move around a little bit. You don't have to be still just yet. You could always take your legs up and roll out the ankles. Ooh, yeah, mine are crunchy today. Bless you, William. It is. I turned off the fan too. They had, they had the big country western dance in here last week. Now, at any time, we could embrace stillness in this final portion of the class. It is very traditional to end class in Shavasana, also known as the corpse pose. I love that your phone is ringing, and I'll tell you why. What's the difference between sound and noise? If we notice a sound, this is an observation without judgment, without a connection. If we notice that it is noise, it means that we are choosing to control and judge. If we can notice the different sounds around us without criticism or judgment, chances are we are developing more so a skill to respond to life's stressors rather than being reactive. Notice any other distractions. There will always be distractions. It could be the room is bright, cold, warm, the floor is hard. There are sounds, there are smells. Once upon a time, we did yoga in this very room for years next to a Zumba class. Y'all remember that? Can we notice without judging? Start to stretch out the exhale. Sometimes it helps to pace it. Inhaling 1, 2, 3. Exhaling 4, 3, 2, 1. With every exhale, feel the body becoming really heavy. Almost as if you are wearing a suit of armor made of lead. Even sensing that the body is able to sink into the earth, there's a softness. The earth molds itself to our bodies so that you have the ability to sink and yet feel supported. I find it's a similar feeling when you're standing on the beach at that place just where the waves roll in and the sand is damp and your feet can sink just a little bit and you feel the earth rising to meet you, shaping itself to your body. With every long exhale, the body is able to experience letting go. Aparigraha, let go. The more we let go, the more we stay connected. It's a paradox. Now maybe begin to build the breath. So we're coming out of that heavy place, still connected, still holding on to that sense of support. As we deepen the breath, wiggle the fingers and the toes. Inhale, notice where does the breath go? The breath inspires the movement. So maybe we bend the knees and let the knees sway a little bit. Maybe we reach the arms over our head. No matter what position we're in, it is recommended that we first roll to one side, giving our blood pressure a little time to acclimate. Take a breath or two there. Then take your top arm down to the floor and slowly begin to push up, coming into a seated position. From here, bring the hands in front of you. Inhale, pull the energy up, and then bring it down to your chest and push it away. Inhale, pull up. Exhale, push it away. In the spirit of the season, in the spirit of renewal, this represents letting go of the 7 deadly sins in yoga. Sounds familiar, right? You're lifting up fear, guilt, shame, grief, lies, illusion, denial, and ego. There's 8. And then exhale, push it all away. You can pull it up again. And this is the affirmation. Inhale, scoop it up. What's mine is mine. And then you push it away. What's yours is yours. Doesn't that feel good? It's like, let me give you back all your shifts. Okay, bring it.
That's good.
Inhale, bring it up. And then exhale, push it away. That's your shift. This is my shift. One more. Inhale. And exhale. And then from here, hands together. Anjali Mudra, seal of the physical body. Lifting through the chest, lowering the chin. If you'd like to close with me chanting the sound LUM, we'll chant it one time. Big inhale. LUM. From here, we can bow together. Namaste.
Namaste.
Happy class 1, everybody. Next week is chakra 2. The color is orange. The element is water. It will be a very fluid class.